You know, of all the places on the old Boston and Maine railroad system where you can really step back in time and get a feel for what was, I can't think of many places better than this. This is, of course, Ashland, New Hampshire. There was quite a bit of track here back in the day. There was even a spur that crossed the street. And the freight depot is still here as well. It's in use today as an art gallery. An especially nice touch is this old Boston and Maine line-side phone box, which would have been used all over the system to communicate. This was beautifully restored by Brian Dame and Dane Malcolm. They did a really nice job adding this to the Historical Society's collection of artifacts here at the museum. Ashland was an important place for the Boston and Maine and its predecessors. Not only was it a stop on the busy main line to Montreal, but the paper mill here, and later the woodchip mill, kept freights busy. In the later years, until the mid-1960s, it was the meeting point for the freight north of Concord and the freight down south from Lincoln. Eventually, like so many places, Ashland began to fall by the wayside after the main line connection to Vermont and Montreal closed in 1954, and regular passenger service to Ashland continued until October of 1959. But there's a happy ending to be had here. Unlike so many rural hamlets, Ashland is lucky to still have its passenger station, built way back 150 years ago by the BC&M in 1869. The very same year the Transcontinental Railroad was completed, a big year for railroads. In 1960, the Boston and Maine sold the station to Ashland resident Joseph Curley. His widow, Vera Curley, donated the property to the Ashland Historical Society in 1980. Thanks to Vera, there was a chance to save the station. It was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1982, and in 1998, the restoration and renovation for use as a railroad museum was completed under a federal aid transportation program administered by the New Hampshire Department of Transportation. And today the station is home to wonderful documents, photographs, artifacts, and get this, the station is actually still used to welcome passengers today. The Ashland Historical Society, they dress up in period costumes and they welcome passengers off of the Winnipesaukee Scenic Railroad's foliage trains every fall, so you can still ride through here just like it used to be.